Yo, what's up you guys? Welcome back to a new video. And in today's video, I just want to go over some of the questions that you guys had asked me. And then I also want to take you through an AI Elon Musk scam that basically took my breath away, that was recommended by someone for me to go and take a look at. And I want to share all of that information with you guys as well. If you are new to the channel, a sub would be appreciated as I provide valuable educational content on a daily basis. And if you do enjoy the content, please do consider smashing that thumbs up button there as well. First thing I want to do is take a look at some of the questions that I have received. And the first question is from Mr. Dlamini. It says, yeah, this is not very informative. You are predicting the direction with no insight. So I'm not sure if you've ever gone through my YouTube channel. If you did, you'd have seen that I've basically said educated people on everything that they require in order to make use of the breakdowns that I did. So instead of charging people to educate them, I basically educate people for free, and then I do the breakdowns so that they can have something to trade with in the week. Now, there's a lot of people, maybe you as well, that charges people for content or for information like this. Unfortunately, I don't do that. So this is a free breakdown, but I do take. But I'm sorry if you feel that way about the content. Yeah, but thank you for the information. Mr. Rambridge is asking, what are your thoughts on the ICT power of 3? And I assume that would be the accumulation, distribution, and the accumulation, the fake out, and then the redistribution or distribution. I don't trade IC, the ICT concept, but what that basically looks like is, if you've ever traded the Nasdaq, what you'll get is you'll get a what's called an accumulation phase, right? And then what normally happens is the market would do a fake out. So what happens is that they'll normally say that the first breakout. So let's assume that you get a market that is basically trading sideways. That's called the accumulation phase. And then the second step of the 3 steps is basically the fake out. So they always say that the first liquidity move to the downside is the fake out, and then the next one would be the continuation or the redistribution. I'm not sure how they word it, but to explain it to you, to give it to you in layman's terms, that basically what it means is where the market is basically consolidating and then creates a fake out, making retail traders think that the market is going to go in that direction. Meanwhile, it's basically just grabbing that liquidity from anybody who's looking to sell the market to the downside, because the market needs liquidity in order to move. So if the market was meant to go up, what it does is it then accumulates sideways or moves sideways. So then the market would break down, sellers would step into the market would then take that liquidity and move it to the upside. What I can say about that is that does work, but it doesn't always work, because that is a very smart way for the market to get the liquidity it needs in order to move to the upside. Remember, if the market has to go up, the market can't just go up. It needs to grab liquidity. It needs money to move up first. So what the market does is it takes that liquidity and then it basically moves to the upside. The same way to the upside and then go to the downside. I do believe in the theory. I do believe that it works, but I cannot tell you that it would work all the time in the market also. So next question is from Kian. He's asking, hi Rolio, any info on how traders can become registered with the FSCA and all the requirements needed? Now let me explain to you how that works, right? So the only people that needs to be regulated or is regulated in South Africa is basically brokers. So if you are a broker, or if you do trade on behalf of someone else as an investment scheme, you are required to have a license. However, individual traders, they do not require to be regulated or to have a license. However, if you do think of starting to trade for someone else, then you are required to then have a license, because then you'll be dealing with someone else's money. It's also known as an investment scheme or as a money management. So if you're not going to take anybody's money or trade for other people, or if you're not going to open up your own broker, you don't need to worry about getting regulated or getting a license because it's not required by the South African Reserve Bank, as they do not regulate independent traders. They only regulate brokers. So you don't have to worry about that. But if you are looking to step into becoming an investor, where you basically take someone else's money and you start wanting to trade for them, then yes, you need to go to the FSCA. You need to apply for the license. You have to make sure that you meet the fit and proper requirements, which is good standing, honesty and integrity, financial soundness, the operational ability, and then there's a couple of things. You have to meet that criteria first, and then once you meet it, you're more than happy to apply for a license. It's not that expensive. Once you get the license, you just need to make sure that you apply with the laws by the FSA. Basically, make sure that you do apply with the rules. Next up, we've got a big thank you for the update. I noticed that USDT created and inverted on the daily time frame. Am I too late looking for buying opportunities? I would not be looking for buying opportunities on the Dow Jones that high, because I don't like to buy a market at such a premium price. Like, it's way too high to be looking for any buys. I haven't looked at the price action on the Dow Jones. However, one thing I would not do is, basically, if you look at the breakdown that I did yesterday, I basically drew that line there and I said we can expect the market to go and hit that level over there. There you can see I said that we're going to hit that level, and that's exactly what the market had done. Let me just go back to my only trade that I've got running for the past 2 weeks, and so I would not be buying it that high. So Katlich was asking me, now that you have your Instagram account back, when are you having a live session again? Probably I'll probably have to see, because with load shedding, the power actually came back on now at 6 o'clock. I was waiting 4 hours for it, and we have the worst, in the words of load shedding. Sorry, the worst of load shedding, yeah. So I have to be able to work through that. Obviously, when people are at work, at home as well. Tulani saying, dope as always. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Mr. Hussein saying, thank you for the update for the new week. You're welcome. Cool. Mr. Oretile is saying, hello sir, could you please shed some light on how to master dealing with highly stressful moments, such as sitting through a drawdown and closing a trade as soon as we go into profit? So there's actually a video that I have made. So if you go through my channel, what you can do is look for a video called how much drawdown is too much drawdown, right? Let me just see if I can find it for you quickly. This video basically helps you. This video is a good guide on basically how to manage your trades when they are running in profit, and when you need to move your stop loss to break even, when you have to move your stop loss into profit, and all of those things also. Finally, first. Okay, that's it. So now we're just gonna go over to this Instagram Elon Musk AI scam that I did come across. Also, don't forget, if you have any questions, just drop them down in the comment section below and I will answer them on a daily video. Because I can't do breakdowns every day, because I wait for high impact news to take place first, I am going to be doing such videos where I will be going, not forex scammers, I'm not going to be looking, I'm talking about people who has no interest in, basically, like if I go on Facebook Marketplace, people out there scamming a lot of people with things that you buy. So these are the kind of things that I want to start digging into, because I see these things happening and it's just not okay for people to get away with it. So I want to kind of spread that awareness around that type of scams, and not the forex scams and stuff like that. I'm not about that life. So this is the kind of content that I'm going to be doing in the, in the free time, in the free week, but I will still be doing the normal content for you guys as well. So let's jump straight into it. Now, basically, this is the video that I received, or a link to the video that I received. And this is basically what the video look like and sound like. I want you to take note of the lower part of the mouth and just see how this is all a made up scam.
$611 and got a payout my any PayPal. And now today, a month after these events, I have fully repurchased this Evo and open the opportunity for anyone who wants to make money using proven algorithms of automatic trades.
Okay, so he's basically saying that, now think about this, it's only $1,600. Why would a billionaire come onto Instagram and to brag about making $1,600? And then on top of that, he also encourages people to buy into it. So the first thing I did was I looked at the profile, and I obviously realized that this is someone that is kind of familiar. There is a familiarized person. He's not a like a celebrity like on that level, but I thought, let me take this name and go find the actual person. So I was actually able to get hold of Francois Lambert, and you can see here this is basically a fake profile and this is his actual profile. I then reached out to him and I said, hello, are you aware that someone is using your profile to run a scam? And I sent him a screenshot of the profile who is running the scam. He then says to me, yes, every day. I said, okay, I just wanted to let you know that I will be making a video about this person just to expose them, to create awareness for people like you so that you don't have to fall for it. So he didn't reply, but he saw the message. So moving on swiftly, here's basically a link. If you open it through your mobile phone, you'll see that here's a link. Once you click that link takes you to a News 24 article. Now this is already telling me this is a massive red flag, because firstly, you can't land on the News 24 website, but you take me to jenswallpaper.top products. So remember, we initially came from an AI, a bot that you need to purchase that was going to trade for you, going on to News 24. Now this entire article, this entire website is basically a one page. So if you click on anything here, it will take you to this thing over here. It doesn't matter where you click, this page doesn't take you anywhere. Also, what they basically want you to do is create a profile, and we're going to go through that very quickly. What I'd also like to see here is they're showing you all of these fancy little things that makes you believe that these guys are, that they are legitimate and that they are genuine. But what you'll realize is that all of these images that you see over here are not of the people that are even speaking over here. It's talking about profit of 723,000. This lady said she made 383,000. So you can see how they are trying to attract, especially the vulnerable and poor people, and like ourselves, because we normally fall for these scams out there as well. Now, after you've gone through the information, like I said before, you'll realize that all of this, basically all of these tabs here, doesn't get you nowhere. It just basically takes you down to this one thing over here. So I decided to take the liberty and and then I fill it in, and my name was and my surname was Scam, and basically we're going to take it from there. My email was iscam@gmail.com. For some reason they knew it. So I then decided to just go through away 3, and then there we go. So I decided to fill in the form as it is. Now, firstly, now that we've identified that the website is basically a fake, we're going to move over onto a different page from here. As you can see, it says here now your account is pending a final step, now available in South Africa. Now you have to complete this questionnaire, and I said I'm a male and I'm 20 years old. I would like to invest 18,000. Now what they do now is they're creating this analysis for you to make you believe that they'll kind of give you an indication of how much money you'd be able to grow your account by. Right? It says here income, account verified, important information. They want you to go over that, which is a long video. And then we've got some Trustpilot reviews over here that are all also fake. That doesn't even exist on the Trustpilot website there as well. Now I'm gonna spare you all of their details, and I said take me to my account. Now this is basically the website that they do bring you to, which is X Fortunes Trade with Confidence. Now my question is, how do we go from speaking Elon Musk recommending a bot for you bringing me to a trading website over here as well? Now, at the end of the day, here's nothing interesting on this website in order for you to that would make you want to put in your information over here, because firstly I've never heard about this broker. I don't even know what they do. It says here trading is embedded in our DNA, X Fortune missions the market, and none of this basically makes sense. So I did a Google search and I basically looked at the reviews for this broker, and it says here, unregulated offshore broker X Fortune reviews. Firstly, they're not regulated, and like I said before, you always want to put your money with a broker that is regulated. One of the key reasons why it is very important that you put your money with a regulated broker is because, think of it in this way, right? You putting your money, like, let's say, where would you rather keep your money? With someone that you met along the road, or with someone, or would you rather put it in a bank? It's like the same thing as buying stuff. Would you rather buy something over Facebook Marketplace, or would you buy it from Takealot? Obviously, you'll buy it from Takealot because you know, and I know, if anything goes wrong, there's something that you can go to. There's a business that you can go to. You can reach out to the like the Consumer Protection Act there as well. If you get robbed on Takealot, not on Takealot, on Facebook Marketplace, nothing's going to happen. And that is why you always want to put your money with regulated brokers. If they do not pay out, if you have any problems, you're more than happy to go lay a complaint at the Ombudsman or with the FSCA. They will then reach out to the FSP, and the FSP would then need to respond within 7 days, and that's basically how a complaint gets dealt with. But if a broker is unregulated, then there is basically it becomes a very difficult job for the FSCA to basically because they're going to tell you, you're supposed to know that you're not supposed to. Okay, says here, broker status offshore scam broker, and everything about this broker, it just sounds scam. So my take on this was, if we go back, but if you look back at where we started with this, right, you'll see that we started with a simple Instagram video ad, right? And we basically had to jump through a couple of hoops to get to an actual website where they want you to deposit your money. So if you ever see anything like this, stay away from it. Don't think this is Elon Musk, because Elon Musk is a billionaire and he's not going to come into a platform and tell you about how much he made, $1,600. This guy is very rich already. That's all from my side, guys. Thank you for your time. And as always, stay safe. Cheers for years.